going to kick off with another video. This is going to be really fun, right? And I'm going to let you consume a lot of content because I think it's a really great way to get into that mindset of how you're going to create your video.
And I think this is really fitting, obviously, right now with what's going on in society with the coronavirus and everything that's happened. We created this platform a year ago because the video is so important, but now more than ever, you're seeing why video is so important. So we're going to share this.
Exactly. So I'm going to share this really quick. This is a commercial that we came across and I was like, this is perfect for our webinar. So I just want you guys, I want to share this with you guys.
You with the sunrise, don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in the world full of people. Darkness inside you can make you feel so strong. I see your true colors shine through. I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors. Beautiful. Miss you.
Miss you. So now, unfortunately, that was a Jack Daniels commercial. But what they do so beautifully is showcase how, in a time where we're all separated, it like makes me like emotional.
Yeah, the song's beautiful. Yeah.
In a time where we're all not connected, we still crave connection.
Yep.
And so we do that through video, right? Like we're not calling our friends on the phone, we're FaceTiming our grandparents. We're, trying to still create that human connection through video.
Yeah. So it's very fitting.
Yes. Okay. So we have another poll. Let me just check.
And I guess our whole point in showing that too is just think about, again, like from a career perspective, when you guys are sending your portfolios to potential job owners, right, or salon and barbershop owners, your video is going to be so powerful, just like that was, right? They're going to be able to really get a deep insight into who you are from a culture perspective, personality perspective, and whether or not you can vibe with what they're doing. And that's going to help you and them.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So I'm going to launch a poll really quick. What scares you most about creating a video? And this is important because we're going to start talking about mindset, right? And what it takes to create that portfolio. And I know I was really afraid to create the portfolio because A, I didn't know my story, and B, I just wasn't comfortable being in my own skin. And so this is relative because we want to make sure we understand what we're talking about, right? Like, what are you guys fearing about creating a video? And this is awesome. Most of you are not comfortable on camera. Ditto. Most of you don't know what to say or worried people will judge you. And then there's a small percentage of you that are not scared, which awesome, guys. Okay, so I'm going to end and share the results with you guys real quick. So most of you don't feel comfortable. Then second to that, you don't know what to say. And then you're worried that people will judge you. So I actually, and it's hard to pick one of those because I actually, in my life early on, for many years of my life, I was worried about judgment. I never knew what to say, and I always felt uncomfortable. So I hear you. Okay, so let me go back into the presentation. Oops. Okay. So I'm a mindset junkie, thanks to Jen Gruber. But I wouldn't want to start this presentation any other way other than to talk about self-love, right? And this is how I was able to overcome and be able to stand on stages and do these webinar presentations. I'm not saying it cured me, right? Like I still get nervous. I still want to make sure I'm giving you guys the most value that you can get. And I always second guess myself and question, but that's part of the journey. It's part of the process, part of the growth.
Yep.
But the number one thing that Jen taught me that I don't think anybody else had really said to me or taught me in my life was to love myself, right? And so that goes along with the whole exercise that we did last week, where we identified our false beliefs. So my false beliefs, for those of you that missed it, was I'm annoying, I was abandoned, and I'm not good enough, right? And so I carried these false beliefs with me because of my childhood experiences. And so I had this really big issue with worthiness. I never felt like I was worthy for a lot of things until Jen really kind of taught me the power of self-love. And so through that exercise and understanding my false beliefs and knowing that they were nothing more than false beliefs and practicing new mantras of being worthy, and feeling good about myself and becoming confident. It wasn't overnight, but it was pretty quickly.